Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. So today I'm going to be doing another drugstore makeup tutorial. So this is the look I came up with today. So I'm testing out a lot of new products, as well as I did a little shopping in my stash, which was so much fun. I forgot how much stuff I hadn't used, and I've only used like a couple times, like one time on camera. So if you guys want to find out how I got this look, some mini reviews on everything that I'm using today, please keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you guys have not yet. Tap the little notification bell so you guys don't miss out on future uploads. And let's get on into this drugstore makeup look. Alright guys, so let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is prime my eyes. I'm using the CoverGirl Lid Lock-Up Primer. I've used this primer before in the past and I really like this one a lot. I actually just opened up a fresh one because I found a random one laying in my setting spray container. So I'm just going to apply this all over my eyes. I like this primer because it feels like a magnet for eyeshadows. Like they just adhere really well to this primer. I'm going to go in and set that with my Wet n Wild single eyeshadow in Creme Brulee. I typically always use this eyeshadow because it's just super pigmented, and the palette that I'm using does not have a matte cream shade in it, so I just like using this. And it's only $1 at the Dollar Tree, which is awesome. So I'm starting with my eyes first. I typically always do my eyes before my face. You don't have to do this, but for me, I like to wipe away any excess eyeshadow that falls onto my cheeks, so that's why I do this first. So I'm going to use this palette today. This is the Rimmel Magnifies Thunderstorm Edition Eye Contouring Palette. They sent me over a bunch of their eyeshadow palettes to try. So this one looked fun with all the greens and stuff, so I wanted to test this one. So there's no kind of transition shade in that palette, so I'm just going to go into the Going Coconuts palette from ColourPop, and I'm going to dip into Coolada and just use this in my crease as a transition shade. I always like to do this just because it makes blending the rest of the eyeshadows much easier. So use any crease brush and just go in there and go back and forth. So I want to play around with these green shades. I'm going to take this one right here. I don't know, it doesn't have a name, it's just like a hunter green shade, and I'm going to use this in the outer corner of my eyes. Just kind of build it up slowly. This is actually building up really nice for a matte drugstore green shade. I think these palettes are about like $8 if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, this is a really fun green. I have not worn a color like this in a really long time. Blend this on the outer corner of my eye and then blend it in. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just spray a flat shader brush with some setting spray. You can use any setting spray. And I'm going to go into this shimmer green shade right here. And I'm going to put that all over my lid. Ooh, this shade is super pretty when you have your brush wet. It's so vibrant. So put that right in the center of the lid, and you can blend it into the green we put on before. What this green is reminding me of in the Britney Spears music video, Slave For You, when she has the green top on, that is what this is reminding me of. And I remember when that music video came out, which makes me feel super old, but I literally remember when it premiered on MTV, which is crazy. I'm going to take that same color and go just do the same thing on this eye. And I did re-wet my brush. I'm leaving the third part of my eye blank because we're going to put a lighter color there. If you have any sort of blending that you want to do, you can just go in with a clean blending brush and just blend the crease out, and we'll work on this later too. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the first shade in the palette, which is this light shade right here, And I'm gonna put that right on the inner third of the eye with a very small, flat Wet n Wild brush. And I did wet this brush too so I could get max payoff from this shade. It's like a yellow gold kind of shade. Pretty into the green when they mix together. So just kind of blend the two. I like to go up and down like this and just kind of fuse the line together. I'm going to go underneath the lower lash line. I'm using the brush that came in the palette, and I'm taking that matte emerald green and I'm just smoking that out on the lower lash line. This is a really pretty drugstore green eyeliner. You can get this at Sally Beauty. It's Prestige Total Intensity Eyeliner in Outrageous Emerald. So I'm just gonna put this right on the waterline. So we are going super duper green with this look. And then I'm gonna put some on my waterline too, which is always so weird feeling, but if you can do it, it makes the look really cool. Then I'm just gonna go over the outer edge with the Wet n Wild Creme Brulee. Alright guys, so now I'm going to move on to eyeliner. I'm going to use the Neutrogena Precision Liquid Eyeliner. I think I've only used this like maybe once or twice on my channel, so I wanted to kind of incorporate it again and try and use more stuff in my stash. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this to do some winged liner. And this has that really nice flexible tip that I love for my liquid liners. Because the liner I used was shiny and not matte, I like to go in with a gel liner. This is from Rimmel. It's just the black and a thin liner brush, and I'm just going over the line I applied just to blacken it and also to mattify it so it's not so shiny. My skin is a little bit flaky right now because I've been using benzoyl peroxide on some acne marks I had. So I'm going to use this new moisturizer from Derma E. This is the Skin De-Stress Calming CBD Moisturizer. This is available at Ulta. Nice like heavy weighted glass jar, which I'm scared to drop because I don't want to break it. It doesn't have a strong scent or anything like that, so you don't have to worry. This all over my face. And this, let's see, it has 500 milligrams of CBD, and it says it's formulated with phytocannabinoids to help soothe uncomfortable skin, while hemp oil promotes hydrated skin. So CBD is supposed to be really good for redness, which you guys can see I get redness on my skin, so that's why I like using these kinds of moisturizers. It does have a little bit of tackiness to it. Okay, so I'm going to go in with a product I've used once before on my channel. It's the Revlon Prime Plus Brightening and Skin Tone Evening Makeup Skincare Primer. This has lemon extract, vitamin E, and C. So I want to try this out again just so I can, you know, form some more thoughts on it, let you guys know how it's working. So this is definitely a brightening primer. It has a glow to it, and you can see it when you put it on. You can also mix this in with your foundation, which I think would be really nice if you have dry skin. So I don't have a new foundation for you guys because I'm trying to use up some stuff in my collection. I have so many foundations, especially from the drugstore. So today's foundation is L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. I really like this foundation. I've used it a bunch in the past. The shade I have is 425 Linen. So this comes with a nice pump. I really like the way that this foundation applies and wears. I would say it's a medium buildable foundation. It has a pretty strong scent to it. It's not a bad scent. I would just say it's pretty strong. You can use a brush to apply this. I'm just using a sponge. I love this Wet n Wild sponge. It's like $3. You can get it at Target. So soft. Great for applying foundation. A little tear in it, a couple tears. So probably not the most durable, but I feel like that happens to a lot of sponges where they kind of just tear if you keep using them. Because this one, especially because it's so soft, which I like, it makes it a little more susceptible to tearing. I like this foundation because it does have a little bit of a dew to it. So when you put it on, I feel like your skin looks nice and healthy. And I like the coverage of it. It's not heavy feeling. I'm going to use 2 concealers today. So the first one is from Neutrogena. It's their Healthy Skin Brightening Eye Perfector with SPF 25. I have the shade Fair 05. So I'm just going to use this kind of as a base for brightening my under eyes. So we'll just call this a concealer primer, which, why has no one invented that yet? I'm sure they will. And I'm going to put that on my forehead too, and all around my nose. And I'm just going to blend this in with my sponge. I feel like this is one of those products that no one ever talks about, like one of those drugstore hidden products, which would actually be a really fun video, like drugstore hidden products. I feel like this would be really pretty too if you just want something during the day to brighten up your under eyes but don't want to wear concealer. I feel like this is a good option. Or like a summer day when you're not putting on a lot of makeup. Okay, then this one I want to try because I hadn't used it in so long. It's the Milani Retouch and Erase Light Lifting Concealer. I have shade 02 Light. So I lost a little squeeze thing to this, so I'm just going to squeeze it onto my sponge first and then blend out under my eyes. So did a little shop my stash today, which was really fun. There's so many things that I forgot about. So already I can see this gives a nice brightening effect to the under eye, which I really like. Okay, so it is a little bit on the dewy side because I use that brightening product. So I'm just going to go in with my Pacifica Cherry Velvet Matte Translucent Setting Powder. I love this powder because it is talc free. You can get it at Ulta. It's really affordable. It has really good packaging. It has this nice little net and it smells like cherries. It smells like childhood. So you can't go wrong with this. I've really been enjoying it. I think this was in my maybe February favorites, February 2020 favorites. So I'm just going to use this to set my under eye, my nose. And my forehead. Okay, so while that is on, I'm going to go back to my mascara. I already curled my lashes. I have a new mascara to try with you guys today. And I'm first going to put on my Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer. This is from Essence, and this is a great lash primer. The only thing with this is that it puts out a lot of products. You could just wipe off the wand beforehand. So you want to use this one eye at a time before it dries. Okay, so then I have the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Uncensored Mascara. So they have the Exhibitionist Mascara, which I like. It's not my favorite, but they came out with this one. So I wanted to try this out today. And it has a natural bristle wand. It kind of looks like there's just little bristles kind of poking out at random here. So that's what the brush looks like. Here's the packaging. It has pretty rose gold writing. And I'm just going to go over top the primer. I am definitely pro what am I saying? Mascara primer. I like to have super bold lashes, so I feel like this mascara, it doesn't grip onto my lashes the best, which is something that I like. I like when it kind of hooks on really nice, so you can wiggle it up in there and really get that volume. With this one, it's just kind of more of a struggle to get it hooked on the lashes. So that's why you can see I'm going in with the end over here and going like this. So the lashes look really nice. Is it the most volume I've ever had? No, definitely not. And I did have to kind of work with it and build it up to get like the max volume. So let's go on to this eye without primer and see which side I like better. My lashes look really nice, but they're not like the longest and fullest they've ever been. But the cool thing about this mascara is it kind of looks like I'm wearing false lashes. Not like the big fluff line, but more of those just kind of like fuller, kind of mid-short length kind, if that makes sense. That's what they remind me of right now, which I think looks nice. I think it looks nice with this eye look. I feel like it looks natural but not too natural. So overall, is it my favorite? No, it's not my favorite, but I do think it is a good, just kind of like everyday mascara. It's not going to be like your most voluminous mascara. Next up, I have a new brow product. It is the Rimmel Brow Pro Micro. It is a 24-hour pen, and this is in 004 dark brown. It says it draws natural looking hair-like strokes. So it's, I guess, supposed to be like one of those microblading type of pens. All right, guys, so let's test out this pen. I'm gonna start like I usually do on the bottom of my brow and then work my way in. I'm so used to using like a gel. So I guess it's supposed to just look like hair-like strokes. Looks pretty good. This is my crazy eyebrow that's like always doing its own thing. So see, like I totally messed up over here and I drew outside my eyebrow. So I'm just gonna use my finger and just take that away. This side looks good, but this is also my better eyebrow, so. I mean, I think they came out pretty good, but I definitely still prefer to use my gel rather than this. I'm gonna go over that with the Wonderful Brow Mascara with Fibers from Rimmel. I'm just gonna use this to set my brows and just give them a little bit more color. Actually look darker than I'm used to, I guess just because the pen and then plus this, but I think they came out pretty good overall. I don't think this is something I would use every day, maybe like once in a while. I just have my gel products that I like, that I stick to, but it is fun to try out something different if you guys want to give it a go. I don't know if this would be good if you have like a thin eyebrow that you're trying to like create a brow with. For me, because I already have a fuller brow, I could just kind of use this to fill in any little spots. But if you have like a brow that you really need to create, I don't think this is going to be the product for you. Highlighter, I'm going to use this Revolution Highlighter Reloaded in Just My Type. I think I use this, I can't remember. I used it in another video, but I wanted to use it again. So it is a really, really pretty like baked highlight. Do a swatch so you guys can see. So beautiful. I love this highlighter because it's not too glittery. It's just the perfect amount of highlight, kind of like a nice champagne color. Then this is a product I feel like also kind of flew under the radar. It's this Milani Luminoso Glow Shimmering Face Palette. So it's based off of Luminoso Blush, the famous one that I love. There's some highlight shades in here, there's some blush shades in here, but overall they are super duper glowy. So the only one I really haven't used is this gold one. That's more of a just like eyeshadow for me. So I'm thinking of going in with maybe this one right here, this corally one. It's hard to dip a regular blush brush in here, so I'm going to use this little stippling brush from Wet n Wild and with this, it's easier to get in there. It is really concentrated on the brush, so just kind of shake it like that. This is going to give a super glowy cheek. It's not too much. I thought it was going to be like, whoa, way too much glow, especially for oily skin, but I think it looks really nice. Okay, bronzer. Let's go in with the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder in 02 Sunny. This has a really nice, lovely coconut smell to it. So I'm just going to use this to bronze up my entire face. I love how this just instantly like warms up my skin. It has a nice, really nice just glow to it. Definitely more of a more like orangey tone bronzer, but not too orange, really like Oompa Loompa orange. What's nice about this with bronzing is you don't have to be precise with it. It's not like contouring, you're just kind of going all over. I even just like to hit my nose like this. Just go all around it. Just anywhere the sun would hit you. For lip liner, I'm going to go in with this Makeup Revolution lip liner in the shade Rain. This actually came in a kit, which I think you can still get at TJ Maxx. It's a Matte Revolution lip kit. Okay, so I have some new lip products from Revlon. I did a whole Instagram video trying these out, but they're like these glossy, shiny lips. So they are called Revlon Super Lustrous Shine. So they sent me a couple shades. I think these probably would be best topped over a lipstick. So here's what they look like. Very glossy and shiny. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put a base on first and then use this over top. It's more like a lip gloss lipstick combo. So I'm going to use one of my favorites. It's the Revlon Matte and Untold Stories. It's just a nude. I've talked about this like a billion times already on my channel. I keep wearing it over and over again because it's just the prettiest nude. And then I'm going to take the Shine color. This is Glossed Up Rose. And put that on top. These are super, super shiny. I actually have a new setting spray. It is from Dickinson's. It's their Witch Hazel facial mist with rose water. So it has no alcohol and it's supposed to soothe moisturized skin. It has hyaluronic acid and vitamin E to refine pore, set makeup, and refresh the skin. So I thought this was so cool. They sent this over to me to try out along with their toner. And I had no idea that Dickinson's made witch hazel. I actually went to an old time village like a year ago in Connecticut, and they had some of the old Dickinson's witch hazel bottles. Like they've been around for a really long time, like since the 1800s. So let's give this a go and see how it is. I like these types of bottles where it's in this like kind of misting bottle as opposed to just the spray, because I feel like it makes it a lot more fine of a mist. So yes, I love how fine the mist is and the sprayer on this. It feels like the sunscreen, like when you put that spray sunscreen on. And this smells just like the toner. I don't love the smell of it or the toner. It's really not my favorite scent. Something about it just is a little bit weird to me. Some people might like it. I like the actual product, but just the scent. I don't like rose scents. You guys know I've said that like 9,000 times here on my YouTube channel, but trying to get past it because I like the actual product. Okay, so I feel like it did a really, really nice job of setting everything. I feel like it took away any of that like powderiness to my face. So far I really like that setting spray. And this is the final look of my drugstore makeup today. I think it came out so fun. I did want to try something different with the green, and I do really like the way that it came out. And oh my goodness, I'm realizing I forgot to do my bottom lashes, so let me go do that. completed look. I closed my window over here so you guys could see it a little bit better with my studio lights on. I had a great time trying out some new products. Everything will be linked down below if you guys want to check it out. Everything is from the drugstore or Ulta, and I really actually like the skin today because it's really glowy, and then of course the eyes are just fun. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see more drugstore tutorials, testing out new products, definitely let me know, and I will be doing a bunch more of these. Just a lot of affordable videos is what I want to try and focus on. So that is it. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.